Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I would just like to start off by asking you about. We just came off of the close of Tekken World Tour 2022. I'd like to kick things off by asking what you learned from this last season, what surprised you, and how you've adapted to it as we start heading into Tekken World Tour 2023.
Yeah, so it feels that last year in EVO World he won, and he's very said it was a very satisfying win, and also the regional finals that happened at the end of the year. He's very happy about that as well. So those are some the more memorable moments from last year.
As we go into Tekken World Tour 2023. Like, this is kind of the closing chapter of Tekken 7. How do you feel about it being kind of the last year to compete in Tekken 7 in the World Tour?
Yeah, so I guess the thing with Tekken 7 was that it was kind of, there's a running joke among commentators in Korea that would, whenever there's a Tekken 7 season that would end, you're like, okay, so, this is the last season, right? But then there'd be another Tekken 7 season. So I think 8 is kind of, he feels that it's kind of a welcome. People are welcoming a new game right now, and he also feels that in the upcoming season they're gonna do the region free format, which means that people can enter any tournament around the world, and he wants to get points while traveling again.
Is there anything in particular that you'd like to see improved or maybe even kept the same as we come into the Tekken World Tour 2023? Like, do you want to see the competition change at all as we enter this latest season?
In other games, when you win EVO, they get you a flight to go to the finals. Having won EVO, because it's such a big tournament, hard tournament to win. So he hopes that they might do, it'd be good if they did something like that with Tekken also.
Tekken 8 announced. Like, what are your first impressions on the game so far for what we've seen?
His first impression when he saw Tekken 8 was like, wow, these graphics are amazing. Are these the graphics that we're actually going to see in the game, like in-game graphics?
You in particular, like, you've never been particularly tied down to any certain character loyalty. Are there any characters in Tekken 8 that you want to see in particular, one that was caught your eye so far, or any that you'd like to see improved or reworked coming into the new game?
Yeah, so I guess one of the things that he's looking for is potentially a character, Mishima-style character that's female. Just for reference, I'm going to add this in. Your female characters play differently because the model size is smaller, so I think it's more of a gameplay thing. But he's interested in Mishima style character that's female, but also he thinks that it is a good idea. They kind of already do that with Muay Thai characters with Josie and Bakumram. They kind of have that similar martial arts style, but if you have one like with the female build and the male build characters. And so yeah, just in general, I think he feels that wouldn't it be a good idea to try to have that kind of variation.
And looking at the actual gameplay mechanics of Tekken 8, is there anything in particular that you want to see make it over from Tekken 7 and stay intact? Anything you want to see improved, or like anything in particular that you would maybe want to see Tekken 8 do away with?
Yeah, so one of the things that he hopes that stays in Tekken 8 from Tekken 7 are the rage arts. He feels like at this point in Tekken, he couldn't imagine a new Tekken game without the rage art system. But one thing he wouldn't mind doing away with is the rage drive system, which is so different among the different characters that it feels like some characters they really benefit from, some characters just like it's just completely worthless. So why maybe doing away with something like that in Tekken 8.
And coming into the 2023 season, like, you've played a lot of different players over the years, a lot of different champions and up and comers. Is there anyone old and new in the Tekken competitive scene that you feel is a distinct threat or someone worth keeping an eye on and studying in the 2023 season?
one of the player that comes to mind, he feels who definitely this guy's different is Atif Butt, who won the latest Tekken World Tour. So in general, he feels like it's the Pakistani players that he feels that he needs to look out for this coming season.
And finally, as we close out Tekken 7 this year and move on to Tekken 8 and still have one more World Tour ahead of us in this game, how do you feel about the health of the Tekken competitive scene?
Yeah, so it feels that right now with this being the last year of Tekken 7, it feels honestly that people are kind of kind of been overplaying this game, and they're really looking for Tekken 8 to come out. And also this year, there's coming off of the pandemic, plane ticket prices are so expensive now. Traveling is much more difficult, and with all these factors combined, I think people are just waiting for the new Tekken game.
Nice. And that will pretty much wrap it up. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and good luck this year.
Thank you.
All right.